Hey guys, so I picked up, well actually I received this in the mail, and what it is, it's a gaming mouse, and they call it a grip, but I would have called it like a nunchuck or something like that. Anyways, but this is for the Xbox and for the PC. Now I don't know if I'll ever use it with the PC, but this is going to give me the ability to use a mouse with the Xbox 360, which I think will be good for a lot better aiming in games like Call of Duty or GTA and all that. So I'm not going to really do a review of this, but I'll unbox it, I'll show it to you, and maybe in a little while I'll give you, my own kind of review after I've had some time playing with it here. Now, there's another one out there called the Frag Effects Shark, I think it's called. And I saw a side-by-side review of this one. This one's an Aimon EliteV XB or XB EliteV, however you're supposed to pronounce it or however you're supposed to say it. But it looks like on the mouse they're saying XB, EliteV. And I did a side-by-side comparison of the Aimon Elite compared to the Frag Shark, and he liked the Aimon more, even though the Frag Shark looked cooler. So I ended up choosing this one, and from what I saw of other reviews, a lot of people really like this one. So we'll give it a go, and I'll tell you how well it works. Okay, so there's the unit unboxed. Consists of two things here. The what do they call it again here? Oh, it doesn't matter. I'll call it a nunchuck anyways. And then a mouse. The mouse itself, just seems to fit my hand fairly well. The buttons here seem to be well placed. That was another complaint about the that Frag Shark or Frag Effects game or whatever the hell it was, Frag Shark. Was that the buttons weren't as conveniently placed, and he was also complaining about the clicking wasn't that great. But regardless, it feels pretty good to me. Now, it needs two AA batteries, one battery per unit. They don't come with it, so you just need those, but I don't figure that's a big deal. And then there's this little dongle here that plugs into the Xbox, and you need a original wired Xbox controller, and you can't use one of the wireless ones with the charge and play things. You have to get a wired controller. So no matter what, it ends up costing you like about $50 more, and I think you have to use an original Xbox one. You can't go and use like some Xbox wired clone controller kind of a thing. And basically what it does is this plugs into here, this plugs into the Xbox, and then from that point on everything is wireless. The instructions seem pretty simple here. They say start your game as normal, connect the supplied cable, which would be this, to the Xbox controller, connect the other end to the small cable to the receiver, plug the receiver into the Xbox 360 port, turn on the mouse and wand to play. Well, they're calling it a wand now. And from there it's supposed to be completely transparent. You don't need anything, any special game software or anything like that. Now it looks like it needs a firmware upgrade, so that's what one guy said, so I'll have to go and check out how you do that. But I'll get all that done, and then I'll just do a quick gameplay video and let you guys go.
We gotta get off Grove Street! Fuck! They bust the bed! He on foot now! Run, Shot, run! Shot, get the fuck out of here!
Okay, so I've been trying to do this mission a fair bit with the Aimon here, and I can't say I'm particularly satisfied with it, because I'm still having problems with the like the scroll speed being really too slow. And I've bumped the speed up, and still I'm not having any luck with it like I was with Call of Duty. I was pretty satisfied with how it worked in Call of Duty, but in GTA it's horrible. Oh, shoot Lamar. Yeah, because I'm just pawing away just to roll a couple of degrees in one direction. It's very dissatisfying in GTA.
And we roll! Get money!
Things ain't so swell over here!
Oh, shit! One got hit!
Nah, got killed again. Yeah, I can't pan fast enough with the Aimon with GTA. It just, no matter how much I bump the mouse scrolling speed up, it just doesn't make any difference. So I can only assume that it may be related to the fact that I'm holding down what is it, L2 for targeting, and maybe it's going into some kind of precision aiming mode or something like that. So I might have to do some more investigation on that, but I'm not particularly satisfied with it so far in GTA.
You boys did okay, but you need to get back to LA now.
Incoming! Back down!
Logan, fit him out with the remote sniper! Those choppers are all right out of here. We'll take the one on the far side of the field. Take out those LMGs! It's clear! Go, go, go! Cover us! Get under cover and fire!
Damn it. Okay, so I'm finding that the accuracy is pretty good. I cranked up the sensitivity again because of GTA. I was trying out some GTA before this, but so it's a little hypersensitive now, but I'm finding it's not too bad. That said, I do like it with Call of Duty. Well, that took a couple of tries here. I think I'm gonna have to go and do some tweaking with the settings depending upon what game I'm actually playing.
Federation division moving on Fort Santa Monica. You boys have to get back here quick.
But so far, I do like it with Call of Duty. I'll play around with the settings, but I do like it better than I like it with Grand Theft Auto. Okay, so I suppose what's the final word on this thing? Well, I'm still a little bit uncertain whether or not I want to say that pronounce judgment on this thing. I do like it a lot for Call of Duty. It seems to work really well. Once I almost got to the point where I got really frustrated. If you've played Ghosts, one of the very, very early missions, I think it's like the second mission, you're, like for a spoiler for you if you care, you're on the space station, you grab a gun from some, Federation guy there, and you're supposed to wrestle it around and point it at the guy and shoot him. And I literally could not do it with this thing until I went and I bumped up the mouse speed. I actually got frustrated to the point where I was going to just completely give up on it because it just seemed useless at that point. But once I bumped up the speed, I actually really liked it a lot with Call of Duty. But once I came back to GTA 5 with it, hacking around is fine, but as soon as I started, like trying to do missions with it, I got really frustrated again with it. So I'm not sure what the solution is to that. I've seen that there's, I think they call them profiles that you can grab from the website. No idea how you're meant to use those with this unit, but it's worth finding out. And if I figure that out, I'll do a follow-up video on this. A couple of things that I don't like about this controller is I don't like the position of the D-pad. It's when you're holding it like this, everything seems to fit properly, but it's just a little bit of a stretch to go down and hit this, whereas if you're using a regular conventional Xbox controller, it's no strain at all. I'm not bending my thumb back to here just to hit the bottom D-pad here. I think they could have done better to, make it like half an Xbox controller more than anything. The other things I don't like about this is when I was playing Call of Duty, because when you're sprinting, you're holding this button down a lot. And I actually found that when I'm pushing it forward, I found it actually a little bit stiff to hold down on. You know, like I didn't much care for that. I'm not sure that that's going to be any different from anything else. I haven't actually tried Call of Duty with the Xbox, but that's hard to say. It didn't feel that great there either. Some other things I don't like the position of the start button on this one. I don't like the scroll wheel should be a lot further forward, I'd say, in my opinion. It's a little longer than my conventional mouse, but not a huge amount longer. Like it's noticeably longer, but I don't think it's a big deal. But you can actually compare. That's a Microsoft mouse. You can actually see the scroll wheel is further forward on that one than it is on this one, and that's a much more comfortable position for it. Apart from that, I don't know what else I can say. You know, like, for Call of Duty, I think it's great. I haven't tried any other games like Battlefield 4 or anything like that. But I think this is good for Call of Duty, not so good for GTA. And I haven't found the magical settings that make it easier for it to work with GTA 4. So that said, I'll cut off the video right here because it's getting a little bit long. I think we're over 10 minutes here, and I'll let you know how it turns out in the future. Actually, I forgot to mention one thing, so I thought I'd just add this to the end of the video here. You are giving up some functionality, some gaming functionality, when you go to one of these controllers. If you look at your conventional Xbox controller, your LT and RT buttons are actually analog trigger controls, and in some games that's important because you hold it down part way to target and then all the way to fire. And with these controllers, this button here is a strict on-off button. There's no variability to that. And obviously the same is true of the mouse, because while I've remapped my RT to this button, default is for it to be this button, but I mapped it to this button, and obviously neither button is analog. It's just a mouse clicking button. So you are giving that up a bit. So if it's really important to a game that you've got, you might want to just stick with your existing controller. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later.